What is the meaning and explanation of Philippians chapter 4 verse 6 to 7?
Philippians chapter 4 verse 6 to 7 is one of the most well-loved verses in the New Testament. It reads, "Do not be anxious about anything, but in every situation, by prayer and petition, with thanksgiving, present your requests to God, and the peace of God, which transcends all understanding, will guard your hearts and your minds in Christ Jesus." This passage offers clear guidance for how to deal with anxiety, worry, and fear, and it provides a clear path to peace. The first part of the verse tells us what not to do. It says, "Do not be anxious about anything." Anxiety is a common problem that affects people of all backgrounds and walks of life. It can be triggered by a wide range of events, from major life changes to minor setbacks. However, the Bible tells us that we should not be anxious about anything. This does not mean that we should ignore our problems or pretend that everything is okay. Rather, it means that we should approach our problems with faith and trust in God's power and goodness. The next part of the verse tells us what to do instead. It says, "But in every situation, by prayer and petition, with thanksgiving, present your requests to God." This is a clear and powerful prescription for dealing with anxiety. Instead of worrying about our problems, we are instructed to pray about them. We are to bring our concerns to God, and we are to do so with thanksgiving, trusting that God will answer our prayers in the way that is best for us. The final part of the verse describes the result of this approach. It says, "And the peace of God, which transcends all understanding, will guard your hearts and your minds in Christ Jesus." The peace that comes from trusting in God's power and goodness is beyond human understanding. It is a deep and abiding peace that permeates our hearts and minds, and it guards us against worry, fear, and anxiety. This peace is a gift from God, and it is available to all who trust in Him. In conclusion, Philippians 4 6 to 7 is a powerful reminder that we should not be anxious about anything. Instead, we should bring our problems to God in prayer, with thanksgiving and faith. The result of this approach is a deep and abiding peace that transcends all understanding. This peace guards our hearts and minds, and it is a gift from God to all who trust in Him. So if you are struggling with anxiety or worry, remember this verse and take comfort in the promise of God's peace.
Please help me to reach 1,000 subscribers. Thank you and God bless.